Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn energy reading, and I'm going to use my Gilded Tarot Royale. If you are interested in any of the cards that I'm using, the links are down below. All right, and we're going to look at what you may be struggling with, what you need to focus on, and possible future energies. And then let's go a little deeper with this judgment. What are you struggling with? Hearing a message, trying to receive something. You're struggling with change. You've got some toxic energy around you. I feel like you're feeling weak. You can't seem to find the answer to something. Like you can't seem to find a solution. Like you're not feeling free. I feel like you're feeling trapped. There's a situation, so it could be with someone else, but it could also be within your own self. That are you focusing on the negative? Are you struggling with how to move on from a situation that is difficult? Not hearing the message, not seeing. Sometimes, like, is there something that happened to you that I think I said it the other day. Oh, it was in one of the crystal cards that I read that it's, let's see, I think it was this one because I think it was right on top, which I love that saying. It says something about things are happening for you, not to you. I thought it was one of these. Know that whatever is happening for you, not to you. So I kind of feel like that may be like with this situation, is that the reason why you're not hearing the message is you feel like something is happening to you. And it's about hearing the message is that this is something that is happening for you. Definitely when we go through difficult situations, we feel like things are happening to us. And we're like, why is this happening to me? Why is all this stuff piling up with me? Why do I feel like all of this stuff is against me? And I feel like what this is trying to say is like you're struggling with this. But I also feel like it's how do you turn those things around? Like working on learning from this situation, right? Because this is what you need to focus on. We have the King of Wands, we have the Three of Pentacles, we have the Page of Pentacles. I love that. And then we have the Page of Cups, which happened to be reversed. But I'm gonna I almost feel like maybe that's keeping to yourself. Sometimes I read reversals and sometimes I don't. This is kind of a time I feel don't. Because I feel like the reason why is that what you need to focus on is new emotions, new feelings, new outlook, like working on these things is how do you change this perspective here, right? Learning from the past. I always feel like the King of Wands represents looking over the past and seeing, okay, was I always looking at things that are happening to me instead of things are happening for me? I feel that something that has definitely worked for me is that when I have these challenges and when these things are happening, I always used to think that they were happening to me. But when I changed my perspective and my train of thought, and I said, okay, these are happening for me because there's a message that it's trying to be shown to me. There's a message that I need to receive. There's a message that I need to understand. And the universe is trying to show me something. So when I turned that around and I focused on, okay, the good and the positive and changing my emotions and feelings on and working on, okay, how do I see this from a different perspective and how can I work through this, that is something that helped me instead of always feeling like I was in the negative, that things were happening to me. Again, future energies. Yeah, I love that. I love that the Empress comes out in this future energies here because I feel like this is something that you're struggling with, right? The Nine of Wands is hanging in there, not giving up and keep pushing through, like, and fighting for it and seeing that it changes your future. Because if you're seeing things in a different perspective and you're saying, okay, what can I learn from this situation rather than, oh, I'm being attacked or these are things are happening to me again, I feel like it gives a lighter energy. It gives a more positive energy. It gives a better outlook. It's like, how do we make, like I said before, the lemonade from lemons when these situations that happen to us? All right, so let's just get, so I feel like it's just working on that perspective, right? Looking at what is the good from the situation? What can I learn from this situation? And feeling better about yourself and saying, okay, this is something that I need to learn. This is something that I have to go through. And if this is something that keeps happening, then maybe that's a karmic cycle that you want to break free from it, right? That you want to let go from it, that you don't want to keep repeating those patterns. And sometimes we have these patterns, it could be just like having relationships with the same type of person, and it's like, oh, I thought this one was going to be different, but then you fall back into the same trap, and then it's like, oh, it's repeating and repeating and repeating, and until you finally learn, okay, I've got to make a change here, right? That I keep repeating these negative patterns, and this is what I have to learn from, right? That I'm seeing, okay, I'm repeating these patterns. I'm putting myself in these energies or these situations, or I'm surrounding myself with these people, that I'm repeating these patterns where I'm at a loss, right? That it's a negative thing for me. So I have to make the choices, because like I said before, you are in control of your actions and who you surround yourself with and what you surround yourself with. And you are also in control of the thoughts that you have in your head. If you're going to focus on the negative or you're going to focus on the positive, and take those actions to remove yourself from the negativity. If it's a person, step away, create more distance. If you have to contact with that person, maybe have more distance, keeping things to whatever it is that you have to talk about, not sharing as much. Or is it walking away from people? And again, like I've said before, those triggers, if you have triggers in your living space, if every time you look at something and you're like, oh, that reminds me of so-and-so, or the time this negative thing happened, pack those up, put them away, put them in the closet, sell them, give them to somebody else to hold, put them in the garage, like whatever that place is where you can change things, where you can move things. Just like I said before, like I totally moved every piece of furniture in my bedroom around, and it gave it a whole new vibe. And I also took some sage and I saged it. And that, I'm telling you, like, the feeling was absolutely amazing. Like, I felt totally renewed. And it's just doing those little things taking those actions to do those things can make a huge difference to release this energy. Focusing on you and saying, what do I need to do? Looking out for yourself and saying, what are those changes that I can do? Coming out from the shadows, not putting yourself at the bottom of the pile, but putting yourself on the top of your pile, and saying, what is important for me? What do I need? What is going to help me have these new feelings, this new emotions, and feeling better, like working on that. How can you work on it? Definitely with these two here. What are those two things that you can work on that can change this energy, that if you're struggling with this? All right, so let's get a Star Dragons energy. I feel like that one right there. We have legacy, persistence. Don't give up on you, right? Having that persistence and not giving up on you. Don't give up on yourself. You deserve the best. You deserve it all. Don't give up on yourself. Okay, so we had these two come out. We have porcupine spirit, time for beginner mind. Exactly. That's why I wanted this one to be upright, because that's the energy I was feeling, is that beginner mind, right? How can I change this? What's that beginner mind? So I feel like that goes with that. And then we have hummingbird spirit, be here now, being in the moment now. What can you change now? Not worrying about things in the past, not worrying about things in the future, but what are those things that you can change now that can help you have that beginner mind and move forward in a better place, right? Just like I said, just could be saging, it could be packing triggers, up, going different routes to work so that you're not following the same way. If that was a trigger, going to different, exploring new restaurants, exploring a new area around you that has shopping and restaurants and those kind of things, and changing it up for a little while until you've given yourself that time to work through it, right? Those are some of those things that you can do. That's what I feel like. It's like, if you're struggling, then write down what the struggle is and write down what are those things that I have control of that I can change. All right, let's see. I feel like grabbing a couple charms. So we'll grab a couple charms here. All right. And we have the mermaid. So the mermaid's pretty cute. I like her. We have the heart. We have the star. We have protected. And then we have the wish. Make a wish, and it has success, right? And putting yourself in that beautiful energy to come out of the shadows and be in the forefront and change this energy here and break that karmic cycle. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.